Hello and welcome. This is Freewill Tarot. This reading is going to be for the sign of Cancer. Hello, Cancer, and thank you for joining me. You have two messages here from Spirit. I'm going to read you those two messages, and then we're going to go into the tarot portion of your reading, okay? So your first message you have from Spirit is expansion, okay? So some of you are getting ready to expand in your life in some way, okay? It could be in a range of a new job, a new relationship, or more financial abundance. But you're getting ready to expand, maybe expand even in your consciousness. But let's read it, okay? It says, you are rising to a higher level or a higher state of being, Cancer. A new level of consciousness is within reach. Expand your awareness through learning, meditation, or connecting with a higher wisdom. Some of you could be even deepening your spiritual journey at this time. Maybe been praying more, manifesting more, just wanting something different and better for yourself. And Spirit is just acknowledging that you are on the path to elevation, okay, for a lot of you. The next message you have, Cancer, is initiative. So Spirit also wants you to co-create your own life by, putting in some initiative. And how we do that is sometimes changing our behavior, changing certain things we did, certain way we thought about certain things, and changing our habits, beliefs. It could be in any leaving things behind that no longer serve us, whether it's things that hold us back. It could be thought processes. It could be relationships. It could be people. It could be addictions. It could be anything. Okay, so let's read it. It says, fear of failure may be causing inaction. Take a small step today and break the cycle. So some of you are, and I do feel like a lot of you want to break free of something, a certain situation you find yourself in, or circumstances you might find yourself in. But it's like you keep staying in a cycle. You keep staying with something, getting the same results. Like it keeps happening over and over again. But you desperately want to break free is what I'm getting, but you're feeling like you're afraid to. You're afraid to kind of let something go or, do something totally different. Okay, so that's what I have for some of you. Let's go right into the tarot portion, okay, Cancer? You also have serenity, so we'll see if that makes the scene up in here later. Let's jump into the past here. In your past, you have the Two of Swords. So some of you could have been at a crossroads or indecision about something, needing to make a decision about something, being in two minds about something, not sure of what direction to take in life, right? Or not sure what you should do about something. And with that, you have the Four of Cups. Okay, the Four of Cups talks about God, Spirit, Universe, are there with you, guiding you, trying to get your attention to go down a different path or to offer something new and brand new to you. But some of you are still so focused or so hell-bent, should I say, of holding on to something that you've had. Or, again, that could be a relationship, that could be an ideology, a habit, just a way of doing things or believing that it causes you, you're so focused on that, right? You're so focused on what was and all these other things or the past things that it kind of traps you in this loop, right? It keeps you there where you're not able to kind of really break free and go in a different direction, but yet you desperately want to. You could be praying for a miracle. You could be praying that God's Spirit, just send you something or change the circumstance. But we don't realize that we also have the ability to change our circumstances by different choices we make and different perceptions of how we see things and the way that we show up, right? We can become our own miracles, right? Now, at the heart of your reading, and I do want to say to some of you Cancers, Spirit is definitely calling you to kind of regain some kind of balance here, all right? Some kind of balance in your life. For whoever it's for, what it means. You need to get some kind of balance going on in your life. Because you have the Temperance cards. Temperance cards talks about balance and healing here. But I was drawn to the peace sign on this shirt of this other card and this card. So it's telling me that you need to get some kind of balance within yourself before you move forward here. A lot of you are feeling stuck or trapped, right? And it's really just you, because you're not moving in a different direction. You keep doing the same things, or you keep doing the same things, just hoping that something will just change. You keep showing up the same way, but hoping everything else around you change, and that's really not how that works. Okay, Cancer, for some of you. You have the Eight of Swords here. Eight of Swords talks about being trapped, feeling limited, feeling like you can't get out of a certain situation, that you don't have all the answers or the information you need, and then you start feeling like you're just hopeless. You're just trapped in a situation and you can't get out. Some of you, it's your finances. Some of you, it's your job. You feel like you have to continue to do that because, it pays your bills, but it's still at the same time, it traps you. All right, it's a lot of something here to do with finances. Some of you could or need to maybe look for a new job or relocate here. Maybe need to relocate and look for another job, or some of you will be offered to relocate for another job. But I really feel like when it comes to your job, some of you are trapped by it. And at the bottom of the deck, you have Five of Pentacles. So you're not making enough. Some of you are not making enough, or you're barely making it, or you're just making just enough. Because you do feel unseen. You do feel like there's a sense of lack here. You're feeling isolated or alone, feeling like you don't have enough to sustain yourself all the time, or to give yourself the life that you feel that you want or deserve here, Cancer, for some of you. But yet, you're holding on to it. I guess out of desperation and feeling that you don't have a choice and this is all you have, right? So you're keeping yourself stuck in that situation, or keeping yourself trapped at this job. But what you really do is keeping yourself trapped in this mindset, because, Eight of Swords, I do want to remind you, Cancer, Eight of Swords is illusions, okay? They're just thoughts. This man is imprisoned by his own thoughts, not the reality of the situation. You see this? He can clearly walk right on out of there. He's not trapped in there. He could walk out, but he's standing still and his arms are closed, and he got all these thoughts around him telling him he's hopeless, he can't get out of the situation, the God, spirit, universe, why is God doing this to me, or I'm praying to get out of this situation. But this person can get out of the situation by just changing their perception and moving the blind flows off their eyes and telling themselves the truth about the situation, and then start taking action on it. That's all they have to do. Okay? They're not helpless. And it starts by walking away from things here, Cancer. It's a need for you guys to walk away from old emotional wounds, baggage, old habits, old identities, and start to be in a mind of creation and creating what you want to see in your life, creating what you want to have in your life. Not just imagine it, start taking actions and steps towards it, right? You have to show up in your own world. You can't just think, things are going to fall out the sky and you don't have to do anything but keep doing the same thing you've always done. If you do the same things you've always done and you act the same way you've always acted and you never learn, you're not evolving, you're going to get the same result. You can get a new person in your life, but if you respond the same way, and if you always look at the outside person and you don't show up a different way, you're going to get the same result. You're going to say, I can't never find a good man, or I can't never find a good woman. But you're the one showing up the same way. You are the common denominator. We're always the common denominator in our own life, okay? And it's a big call for you guys to start something new. Some of you need to start a new project, or you've been thinking about starting a new project. You need to put your all into it. You need to quit thinking that you're not going to succeed or you're not going to be good enough, because you will. I'm looking at Six of Wands is here twice. This is a victory card. This is like being recognized for all your effort, your hard work that you put into something, your belief that you put in something. You have to fight. You may be blood, sweat, and tears into something, but you will get acknowledged for it. You will be seen. You will be applauded and appreciated for what you've done. But it's something new that you guys need to start and really put your energy in it. And not just your energy, your belief in it. your belief about yourself in it, believing that it will produce, believing that you can do something, believing that you can change something in your life, believing that you can have a successful life or a successful relationship. It's your perception, okay? A good spirit is really calling on you guys to walk away from something here. And they want you to walk away from something here, Cancer, to start something new that will be solid and stable for you. Okay? They want you to kind of get out of your head because you have here, again, you have the Nine of Swords. Now it could be in relationships, it could be in career, finances. But a lot of you are thinking a lot about things. You're overthinking things. You're thinking the worst about it. You're having negative thoughts. And this could be a relationship. It could be your career. It could be your life. It could be anything that you've kind of just been obsessing about and thinking the worst outcome about it. But again, I want to remind you what I told you earlier. What did I say these were? These are just thoughts. They're not real. They're the things that you're telling yourself. These are the things that's keeping you up at night because this is what you're putting in your head as beliefs, okay? You can get out of anything that you find yourself in, Cancer. Trust me, believe that. Some of you, it's a choice you need to make. You need to look at your resources, maybe your finances or something that you have invested in something. That could be a relationship, that could be a job, that could be a business, a project. And you need to make a decision on what you're going to do, right? How is this helping you? What do you need to get rid of? What do you need to start? What do you need to put more into? And what do you need to kind of release? You know, when you liberate yourself from certain things instead of confining yourself to things that you feel like you just have to hold on to, or you're not going to get it again, or you're not going to have it, or you're going to lose, that's what keeps you in the trap. Okay, Cancer. Spirit is calling on you, and I gotta hurry up. Spirit is calling on you to have strength here. You have the strength card here, Cancer, to liberate yourself with the sun. Some of you too could be dealing with a Leo. Okay, because Leo energy in here is strong. Leo and Pisces. Okay, Leo, Pisces, and another Cancer. Spirit is wanting you to balance yourself and move and charge your head on something. Something that you know personally what it is to you. Again, it could be a relationship that you need to move on from and go in a new direction. It could be a job you need to start looking for another job, or a project you've been working on and you might have been hesitating on it or telling yourself other things or focused on other things. But Spirit wants you to get balanced, and they want you to liberate yourself and move forward in a direction. Okay? Use your intuition, Cancer. Y'all have strong intuition. And get yourself, once you do this, you will become stable, because a lot of you are looking to be stable here, whether it is in a relationship, whether it is in your finances. The goal here is to be stable, right? And you can have that. You just need to walk away from things. You need to have a real honest conversation with yourself, release yourself, and take the action you need to take in your life. If something knowing at you already, telling you is something in a new direction you need to go in, you need to trust yourself, okay? That's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope this helped. Thank you, and I love you.